Welcome to Life Her Podcast, the podcast that guides you from the 9-to-5 grind to the freedom of your own path. Discover how to conquer life's challenges while pursuing your passions with unwavering faith. Because being an entrepreneur is not easy. So let's get to it.
Hey everyone, I am Yvette Lloyd, host of Life Her Podcast. I have AC Collins here with us tonight, and we're going to have an amazing conversation. And a lot of us are entrepreneurs and we do have a lot going on, but do we have time for our health and fitness? And that will help us grow wealth along the way, because even though we work so hard daily, are we keeping ourselves together? And that's what matters the most. And so AC is going to touch base on many things when it comes to health and fitness and how you should maintain your eating habits, and let you know that you got to get yourself together.
Period.
So, guys, here go AC. Hey, AC, how are you?
Hey, I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, girl. I'm good.
Good.
I'm
Thank
happy
you
to
for
have
having me.
you.
Yes, thank you. I'm excited to be here.
Yes, for sure. So, first and foremost, I want to ask you, how did you start on your health journey and where did it all begin?
I'm an athlete by nature, so fitness wasn't too far-fetched, but it is a very different grind. Fitness really started as therapy for me, to be honest. I had just moved from home. I was 23. Um, I didn't have any friends because I moved across the country. I'm from Alaska, so I moved across the country to Florida.
Wow.
Had no friends, didn't know anybody, had to find something to do on a regular. And the gym kind of just became that place for me. I started working in the gym, and then it just kind of grew from there. And then when I was 26, I got married and moved to New Jersey with my husband, my then husband. And we were just in the gym, just grinding, and it kind of became, like I said, it started as therapy. So when I was going through stuff, the gym was just my form of therapy. It's where I went. If I needed to cry, the sweat covered my tears. I didn't have to explain
Mm,
anything. No one questioned me. It's the one place I felt the least judged. Um, I could put my headphones on, listen to whatever tone of music I wanted to listen to, and just tune out. And then it became kind of an obsession because my body started to change. And then it
okay.
was okay, well let's see what this fitness thing is about. And then my husband pushed me to be a trainer. I became a trainer. And then I was in still my 20s. So when you're in your 20s, you can eat what you want, and your metabolism is a little fast, and you ain't gotta
Yeah.
worry about what you're ingesting and how it makes you feel. You don't gotta worry about that. So I was still eating a little wild then. And then I saw a post that had something to do with nutrition. And I was like, okay, let me see what this is. If I was to really hone in the full scope of what wellness is and what fitness is, let's see how this can kind of transform me. And my body just went nuts. And then it just became, after
Mhm.
that, it became an obsession for myself. And then women just started seeing me in the gym and randomly like, hey, can you train me? And I was like, I'm not really a trainer, but I can tell you what to do. And then one girl was like, listen, this is the second gym I've seen you at, two separate locations, two separate times. I feel like God is telling me you need to train me. And I was like, I think you need to have a conversation with God again. I think you
For
made a
real.
mistake. And then she was like, no, I think you need to be my trainer. And she was very serious about it. And so I was like, let me take a leap of faith. Let me see what happens. What's the worst that can happen? She stayed the same, you know? And then I transformed her body. And just the excitement on her face. Her goal at the time was to fit in a dress that, like her prom dress or something like that. She was like 3 or 4 years removed from high school. She wanted to still fit in her prom dress. And the day she was able to do it, like just the excitement on her face, the oh my God, you helped me so much, it that was then more what I was going for, because the feeling that I felt to meet somebody's needs, and it for her it was physical, but she started
Mhm.
later on to understand the internal things that happened. Her relationship with food changed. Her mental, capacity changed about things. Her mental clarity changed. her sharpness changed, her sleeping habits. Like there was a plethora of other things that started to change once she got outside of the physical. But of course, for women, we're just visually, visual beings. But yeah, it then it just became like one of those things where it's like, you know what, this is bigger than the aesthetic. It's bigger than just I want to fit in a pair of jeans, or I want my pre-baby body back, or it's bigger than that. It's, women are gaining their confidence back that they didn't even realize they really lost. They're gaining just some independence, something they're doing for them and doesn't have anything to do with anybody else. I had a woman that was kind of in her head about a bully, and she kind of beat that bully by, starting her fitness journey. So yeah, it started, like I said, as therapy for me personally, but then slowly it just became about other women and really helping other women.
Wow, that is amazing, AC.
Yeah.
That's super dope. So what inspired you to adapt to like the non-diet approach when it comes to fitness and health?
So I've tried as a coach. I feel like you have to try all the fad things, at least bare minimum, to know what it does, to know how you feel about it, to know where you're, what you're missing with that particular diet, so that you know how it affects you and things like that. So when clients say, "Hey, well, I tried keto," you've also tried keto, so you know how to articulate what you're missing in keto diets, and just using that as an example. And so the non-diet approach for me is, first of all, diets, 9 times out of 10 diets don't work. There's a number of reasons why they don't, but the main reason is because they're hard to maintain. You're missing, most diets, you're missing a really big portion of nutrients, which is why they work. They work, and then you go back to eating what you think is normal, and then you start wondering why you gain that weight back. It's because you were missing all of that in that interim. And so what my approach is, let's say screw the diet. There's no need to diet. You can eat normal. And I air quote normal because people think that dieting is kind of the normal way you should eat. But no, all food is fuel. You can go to McDonald's for 30 days if that's what you choose to do. It's not the healthiest thing to do, but you can still reach your goal doing it so long as you know how to do it. And so my goal as a coach with women in approaching the non-diet thing is, you don't have to restrict eating. You don't have to not like sweets. You don't have to, curb the soda. You don't have to not drink on weekends. You don't have to not go out. You can still do all of the things, live your life fully, and still be able to reach your goal. You just have to know how to do it. And that's where I come in, So I do where, when I first meet with a woman, the first 2 weeks of our coaching sessions, I just tell her to eat what she would normally eat. Send me pictures of it, and I will adjust that meal based on what's missing or what we need to add. So a lot of times in fitness, women have a hard time consuming large amounts of protein. Protein is it's very animal protein is very dense. And so it's harder to consume in larger quantities. But if we can add a protein shake in between meals, now we can break up the amount of protein that you have to eat. It makes it easier to consume. And so it's more about understanding how to eat, not restricting what you already eat.
That's true.
I'm not a huge snacker, but if there's a pint of ice cream in my refrigerator, it's gonna get got. The whole pint. Cookies aren't safe. I don't buy them for a reason, but they're not safe if somebody does. And so, but I also know how to eat them. I know how to, if I have a craving at midnight, I'm going to eat my cookies at midnight. I'm not finna stress about nobody's cookies. I'm not going to be having no headache. I'm not going to be miserable. I'm going to eat the cookies because I know how to adjust it the next day. And that's where I come in. And that's what I try to teach my women, is that you don't have to not do these things. You just have to know how to adjust moving forward the next day.
Wow. So out of a full, I'm going to say 2 days, what would you eat throughout the day?
So usually in the mornings, I'm not a breakfast girl. And when I say breakfast, I'm not like the full oatmeal, eggs, I'm not that girl. But I'll have a protein shake and I'll have a bowl of fruit. That now, because I'm getting my protein in early enough where, especially if you're drinking liquid protein, it's going to pass through you the same way water would. Your body's going to hold on to the protein aspect of it, but the rest of it is just waste. So it's easier to consume than it is to consume a bunch of bacon in the morning. But I'll have a protein shake and a bowl of fruit. sometime mid-afternoon. I usually like granola, so I have granola kind of as a snack. My granola does have protein in it. Lunch, I try to cook, but grilled chicken or sauteed chicken on the stove, or baked chicken. Usually breast because it's leaner, of course. I've done ground turkey for lunch with a baked potato, half of a baked potato and green beans. You can do salmon, and lunch and dinner are kind of interchangeable, right? So you can, whatever you have for lunch, you can have for dinner. So you can have salmon, with quinoa, and something green and leafy, a salad, spring salad, loaded, whatever it is. And then I'll have another protein shake in the afternoon, kind of that 2-3 mark. So before I even go into dinner, I'll have another protein shake. And then I can kind of chill for a minute, because by the time I have that second protein shake, I'm typically about 80-90 grams of protein in already. I haven't even touched dinner. For my ladies, the goal is to get over 100 grams of protein, because a lot of women don't know how to do it. So we get over 100 grams, now we can push for more, so that we're gaining, depending on what the goal is, of course, losing body fat, gaining lean muscle. But we haven't touched, we're already almost at 100 grams and we haven't even touched dinner yet. And then again, you can interchange, those lunch and dinner things.
Oh, I've always been athletic. I played basketball, I ran track, I did all of that. Yes, but like as I grew older, I got lazy. So me getting lazy and everything. But now I've been in the process of losing weight and everything. But I never paid attention to how important it is to have protein and how it levels out, like as far as your weight and all of that stuff. I just never realized that at all.
And a lot of women don't. We just, because we're always stuck in kind of that diet mind frame. So when you diet, you eat less, not understanding really what you already eat, how many calories it actually is, what your macros, so your proteins, carbs, and fats actually are. We're just thinking about eating less. But when you start to understand the full scope of the nutrition side of it, the nutrients that you're adding to your body, what you're actually eating, consuming each meal, what you're missing out of each meal, so that we can add to it, and then how to really divvy those meals up so that it's really conducive to your schedule, your time. A lot of us women, especially entrepreneurs, we're on the go. So, having something that you can grab real quick, whether it's you've meal prepped it on Sunday or Wednesday or whatever, grab it real quick and go, having some pre-made snacks that you can grab and go, so that we're eating healthier, not restrictive. If you still want to go to Chick-fil-A, by all means, just understand how to eat Chick-fil-A, right? But protein is the biggest, I would probably say one of the most important, if not the most important macro, because protein is going to aid in your fat loss, but also help build lean muscle. And so the only way to cut fat is to be in, it's very general term, but caloric deficit. So eating less than what you would have to eat to maintain just living every day. And you can do that without really tracking. There's ways that you can map out kind of what you're eating without actually entering your food into an app, which is what I also teach my ladies.
Yeah, because I use a portion plate. I use a portion plate or a toddler plate. Or something, because it's like we really don't realize how much food we intake on a daily basis, and that's what creates us to become overweight or developing health issues, just different things, because we're really not paying attention. We just thinking about the taste of it, like, man, this is so freaking good.
And even, I think one of the other aspects that we miss, just as people, not even women in general, but just as people, the oils that we cook with, they're high in fats. So if you eat fried foods, you're consuming all of that extra fat that's not even necessary. And we don't think about those things. If you eat avocado is very high in fat. Eggs are high in fat. Salmon is high in fat. So when you're, a lot of us don't know these things regularly. And the other, you said taste, which is very necessary. If it don't taste right, we not eating. So with taste, the biggest thing with taste is less salt content. And it's not no salt content. It's just lessen it, and then use fresh herbs and spices to kind of beef up, the flavor aspect of it. Because listen, I'm a big proponent on taste. If it don't taste right, the texture ain't right.
Yeah, you be like, man, I'm about to eat this, man.
I'm not eating nothing. I'm like, I'll pass. You really gonna eat? I don't know, but I'll pass.
For real, seriously. So what inspired you? Well, I wouldn't even want to say that, but how did you define like a healthy lifestyle, and what role does it play as far as even like mindset? Because it takes a lot of mindset for you to actually take action into
For sure.
doing this daily and creating it as a habit, as
Yeah.
having a healthy lifestyle.
Yeah. Health is really what you make it. So let me start there.
That's
Everybody's
true.
health, isn't the same. It's not going to look the same. The journey is not going to be the same. What I need to maintain where I'm at is going to be different than you and any other woman to maintain where they're at. And so let's start there. So it's not about what do I need to do or what do you do to make it, because what I do is not going to be the same for everybody. Nor would I want anybody to do what I do sometimes, because I don't like it. But in terms of mindset, so I believe in living a healthy lifestyle plays a role in every aspect of life. So it's not really just she goes to the gym, she's fit or slim, or it's not even about that. It's really, there's a huge umbrella of fitness and wellness and health and all that stuff that kind of everything goes under it. So self-care. How do you take care of yourself? I love to hike. Are you spending time with you? Are you taking time, whether you have kids, a husband or boyfriend, family, whatever the case is, are you removing yourself from those things and spending that time with you? Journaling is a big thing for mindset. I think women, particularly Black women, we walk with the weight of the world on our shoulders. And a lot of times we don't have a place to put that. Because we don't want to, dump that on our partners. We don't want people in our business. We don't, whatever the stigma is. So we walk around with our crowns are heavy. The load that we carry is very heavy. And so being able to journal and just get that off of you, at least out of your mind, and, when you have to cry, whatever it is, all of that, kind of falls under the self-care thing too. And then really with mindset, you really have to just make the choice. I believe, health and wellness is preventative maintenance. So I'm not going to wait until, like, I have both of my maternal aunts have breast cancer in the last 2 years, both of them. Both of them have had double mastectomies. One of them is now currently going through radiation treatment. My bonus mom, she is 11 years breast cancer free. But she was going through her process. A lot of these things we can prevent. Not saying that they, the life that they lived caused it, because of course, there are some loopholes. But for the most part, eating right, and right doesn't mean super healthy. I believe in about a 70-30 kind of thing. But eating healthier, can make the difference. Being active can make the difference. That doesn't mean you have to work out. You can go on a hike, go on a walk, go jogging, make that walk into a jog after 30 days. Set different attainable goals that you can actually reach and feel accomplished about. That makes the difference. Our regular checkups, makes the difference. All that falls under health and wellness as well. But it starts with a choice. Do you want to spend the money now in terms of investing in a trainer, investing in a coach, investing in a nutritionist, investing in somebody that can tell you how to kind of make these adjustments as you go along? Or you're going to pay a $30,000 bill when you're sitting in the ER, and you could have prevented it with food. You could have prevented it with just being active. You could have prevented it with, understanding your family history. I got heart disease in my family. Diabetes is prevalent in most Black families in general. COPD, things like that a lot of us know about that. A lot of us know somebody that has something or has died from something. And, we have to get out of this, it won't happen to me kind of energy, and really invest in that stuff now. Like I said, it's preventative maintenance. I make a choice every day, because it's not easy, even for me. I choose to do this because I don't want to be 50s. Yeah, I'm not even in my 40s yet. So 40s, 50s, even 60s. I want to be kicking and screaming. I want to be able to run up and down the street. If, if I have kids and grandkids, I want to be able to move. I want to be spicy. I'm trying to be out here like these new, 50 and 60 women. Like, I'm trying to be out in these streets, honey. And the way to do it is to start now while we're young enough, to be able to make the changes now. And so it does play a part in how you sleep. It plays a part in how you feel yourself. It plays a part in, mental stability, because stress and anxiety. Being active combats stress and anxiety instantly. The moment you're active, you're no longer stressed. You're no longer anxious. It helps combat depression. These are all mental things that we all go through, And so if we can even just 2%, put in just 2% to change something, it can only make all the other aspects better. But if we don't start now, we're going to be, 50 talking about, I wish I would have done this 20 years ago.
Yeah. That's the truth. Yeah. Seriously. So tell me, how do you keep up with like the trends when it comes to fitness? Because fitness is very, very common on social media. People is always doing different workouts and everything. But I do notice sometimes form matters. Having a perfect form and everything, because you don't want to pull a muscle, cause a hamstring, bust your ACL. Like, it's different things. Can you explain like how important it is to make sure that you are utilizing the weights and different things in your form correctly so it won't hurt you in a long run?
Yeah. So I don't follow trends per se. I will keep up with what's going on so that I know if they're, because fitness and wellness is forever changing. So there's always something new coming out. So I stay up on it, and I do my research for sure. But I don't typically follow trends because Instagram workouts are going to hurt you. Let me state that. I don't care what trainer you want to fight me. Let's fight, because Instagram workouts are going to hurt you. Hear me?
So bad. I be seeing some stuff and I be like, oh, man, I'm like, I know they back hurt. I know they pulled the muscle.
Exactly. And they're not telling you that. And that's the crazy thing. They're not going to tell you that. Yeah. They're going to have you out here in this gym looking crazy. But form is huge. I tell all my ladies, I don't care if you lift it 5 times or 20 times. If the form has to be correct. Man. If it's not correct, we're gonna stop. We're gonna change it. We're gonna lessen the weight if we need to. We'll increase as we need to. If we need to go down to bands, we'll do that. If we, we'll adjust how we need to. But form is everything. Everything. That is the main thing that is going to keep you from, like you said, straining your back, pulling a muscle, tearing a ligament, having some joint issues. It changes everything. It really does change everything. I do not, even as a coach, what I see people do, I be in the gym. My Bay is he's a PT trainer at one of the gyms here, and I be in the gym and we'll be working out, and I see somebody doing something crazy, and I'm like, go talk to them. Go right now. That's not my client. I'm like, no, okay, if you ain't gonna do it, I'm gonna go do it, because that person's gonna hurt themselves. Like, I do it all the time, and I don't like. I'm a person. If I got my especially if I got my headphones on, I look like I'm in the zone. Don't talk to me in the gym. But I just refuse to be that person that's gonna watch you hurt yourself. I'm just not
for real.
So, I've seen some crazy things in the gym, and I'd be looking like, you are finna snap your spine, and you don't even know it. It's gonna snap.
Yeah, especially when they like do like certain ab workouts or like the bending over type, and then when they come up, I be like, you're gonna bust something.
You're gonna break something, and then you're gonna be in here mad trying to figure out what the hell happened. Form is everything. I would tell anybody, if your form is right, only increase weight or resistance when the form is correct. If you can get 10 to 12, maybe even 15, depending on the weight, perfect reps, then that's when you need to move forward. And that's when you need to elevate, lift heavier. But if your form ain't A1, we not moving. I don't care what it is. We not
That's
moving. We not
good.
hurting nobody over here.
That's good.
Mm-mm.
So, like, a lot of life be life right now.
Life be life,
So,
girl.
yes. So, so many people was going through a lot. They're trying to maintain their bills. They're losing loved ones and everything. So it's a lot going on. So how do you what advice do you have for someone that is like struggling with emotional eating and basically navigating body image? Because not only we're grieving in our personal lives and we going through a lot of eating food, consuming it. Then on the other side, you on social media, you scrolling on there and you
So,
see somebody with a body or they body shame a lot on
yeah,
social media. So
girl, they do.
so what advice do you have for people that's dealing with either both or one of them individually?
Yeah, for sure. So in terms of body image, first thing I would say is more than half the things you see on social media aren't real. Okay.
Yeah.
Your favorite influencer, her body does not look like that in person. I promise. I've seen a lot of
Mhm.
influencers. I've seen a lot of people in this industry that post a certain way. These pictures are filtered. These girls are getting surgery. They will not tell you that. Okay. So
Yeah.
probably 80% of what you see online is fake. Okay, so let's
Mhm.
start there. And don't compare yourself to another woman's body because you don't know what she did to get that body, right?
Exactly.
So I have a lot of women that come and say, "Oh, your body goals. I want your body." No, you don't. I'm quick saying, no, you don't. First and foremost, we don't have the same structure, so your body will never be mine. Secondly, what
Mhm.
it took for me to get here, I guarantee a lot of women are not going to do just regularly, just not going to
No.
do. So we not,
No.
no, you don't. Okay, be
Be going.
realistic, right? Be realistic with what it is that you want and what you're willing to give to get what you want, right? So while you're scrolling and going through your phone and going through social media and looking at these different women and these different body types and whatever, I encourage everyone to find a body type that's like yours and find the fit version of her
No. Yeah.
because it's not the same. I know some thick women that are fit, fly, healthy, and are thick. You know what I'm saying? Like they're not looking to be skinny. And because of that, and a lot of it is messaging, and really trying
Mhm.
to take in what you need and kind of dumping the rest. Um, if you are a bigger woman or a heavier woman, find a heavier woman that was your size at that point, and then find the healthy version of her. Monique is still a thick woman,
Yeah. But
you
she be
know.
working out like a
She
bug.
be working. Lizzo
Yeah.
is still a big woman.
She be working out and she eat healthy.
Okay. That's the fit. You know what I'm saying? She's not
Yeah.
as heavy as she was, but she's the fit version of her body size. And she's
Yeah.
not looking to be a Kim K, right? So
Yeah.
it's really realistic thinking. It's
Mhm.
being honest with yourself, what it is that you're willing to give in order to get the body that you want, and then finding somebody that is like you or was like you and find the fit version of them, and that's what you should strive to be. In terms of emotional eating can be tricky
Yeah.
because depressive eating in general can be very tricky. I'm a person, I'll starve if I'm grieving. I won't eat at all.
No.
It's hard to eat for me when I'm grieving.
Mhm.
For those that emotionally eat, the one thing that I would say is journal so that your emotions are out. I believe in what is it? There's a term for it, but basically lighting your thoughts. So you write them down on a paper, you cry, you tear it out, and you set it on fire, release
Mhm.
it. So writing it out. I also believe in drinking water before you think about eating.
Hmm. That's
If you
cool.
drink if you drink a glass of water before you eat, the water is designed to make you feel full.
Yeah.
And then you start to eat a little different. And then a lot of times when we're grieving, a lot of us are dehydrated as well. So if you drink something, water, I believe in infused water. So lemon, lime, mint, cucumbers, berries, whatever you want to infuse your water with. Um, Drink a full glass of water and then just sit there for a second. and allow the water to kind of fuel you in a way where your hunger, it's not that it subsides, but then you start thinking a little more clear.
Yeah.
Um, and then you can make better choices, right? So it's really just about
Mhm.
trying to figure out, instead of sitting in the emotion and just going straight to the refrigerator, take time for yourself. A lot of us, when we grieve, we don't want to grieve, so
No,
we
we
try to find
don't.
the outlet, right? So the food is the outlet. It's the thing that we can do and we can indulge in where we don't have to feel what we're feeling. But if you
Mhm.
are intentional about, okay, I'm gonna take a moment, let me write this down, let me feel it, let me whatever, let me not internalize it, get it out. If I need to cry, let me go ahead and take back this water. I'm gonna continue my writing, I'm gonna continue what I gotta do. Your hunger is gonna be different. Like I said, it's not that
Mhm.
you won't be hungry, but your choices, you're now gonna be a little more clear-headed. You've gotten your emotions out a little bit, so you're able to think a little more clearly,
Yeah,
to make better choices.
that's
Just
definitely for
taking a
sure.
second. Yeah, just take a second. It's not, because grieving is tough. Gr- you know,
Yes.
my grandma's birthday was yesterday. I lost her two
Um,
years ago, and
um,
it's tough. I had a really bad day yesterday.
Sorry to hear
And
that.
yeah, and I just, like I said, and I'm the opposite. I don't eat when I'm grieving.
Mhm.
And so I had to be very intentional. I allowed myself to cry. I gave myself permission to feel what I'm feeling. It's okay. I journaled. I drank my water,
Mhm.
and I kind of sat there for a second and was like, okay, all right,
Mhm.
it happened. I'm good. I'm safe. I'm healthy. I'm hungry now. let me go. Let me go eat. And so, um, it's really just give yourself permission. Give yourself permission to
Mhm.
feel, and feel it in the moment. Feel it however you need to feel it. You can be angry, sad, cry, hurt, whatever that is, disappointed. Write it down. Write it down.
Yes.
Get it off you.
So so how what services do you provide for everyone? Because I see you do online fitness.
I do. I do online fitness, which is, I do online coaching, which is all encompassing. So we'll have 3 days of training days. We do accountability calls every week, so that we can check in with each other. It's a very open, transparent, candid conversation. It's nothing formal at all. I feel like the more comfortable you can be, the better I can serve you, the more I'll find out. Um, we do nutrition coaching within that, where you'll send me your meals. We'll talk, what we're eating for the week. I break everything down in concepts, so you're not consuming so much information at one time. We can
Okay.
tackle protein over a course of a couple of weeks, and then we'll go into carbs and what healthy carbs are, and we'll make it, one big thing. I also do virtual training, so you'll get all of the online aspect, but virtual be something similar to this. We can be on Zoom, FaceTime, and I'm guiding you through
Cool.
your workouts, versus the online portion of it. It's something I'll give to you and you do it on your own.
Okay. That is
Yeah, and then
cool.
within that, I do mindset training, lifestyle adjustments, mindset. I send all my ladies affirmations every day. I believe waking up to affirmations is a big thing. Journal. I encourage everyone to meditate, spend some time with God, and just have whichever your God is, and just um, pray and talk and vent, and that's your time. Because then
Mm,
it clears you out to be able to start your day positive.
that's true.
And then we do some lifestyle things. So, like for my ladies that like to go out on the weekends, how to navigate that. If you're
Mhm.
a brunch girl, and you like to go out and brunch, what that looks like, some different menu things that you can try without completely derailing, what we do on a week to week basis. But that you're still, kind of into your thing. I also do I try to do live workouts. So I'll put you on my Zoom or
Nice.
something, and we work out together. You'll be in my workout, because I think people should see. Like, I be dying too, and I die in my workout too. And I think it's important for people to see. Like, listen, y'all might think it's all cute over here. It ain't. Like, so I do live workouts. Yeah.
That's cool. So, how do you see your future of fitness and nutrition evolving as far as like I would say about 3 to 5 years from now?
I think by then I would have. I would have made my imprint on thousands of women. I would have um, touched the lives, because again, it's not, for me, it's not about you getting to a particular body size.
Yeah.
For me, it's about helping you sleep better, helping, mind clarity, helping you organizational skills, how to eat on the go. It's different things like that, because if you're stress management, depression, anxiety, things that we've talked about and covered, it's managing those things and helping you navigate those things, because if we can get those under control, nutrition, we can get those under control, the body image will come.
Yeah, it will.
So if you're depressed and we're working out, it'll kind of counterbalance itself in the middle while we're working out, but then you're still dealing with depression after that. So if you don't know how to navigate that, and you're still gonna emotionally eat or not eat at all, which is derailing the workout that we already did, right? So it's giving my ladies the skill to be able to navigate these things, but to really be able to do it long term. This is not a 60-day, 90-day, fad thing you see on Instagram.
Yeah.
It's not that. It's a lifestyle, and it's something that can really change the trajectory and really allow us to live longer, and live healthier and enjoy. I don't want any woman to be, 60 years old, one, still having to work, and if you are, not having the capability to work because you have joint issues or you have heart issues, or there's some internal things going on that we could have fixed long ago. We deserve to live full lives. We deserve to live fulfilling lives and not be strapped to a bed and having other people take care of us. We deserve to laugh, deep belly laughs, and the best way to do that is by working on those mindset things, working on our mental capacity, working on if we're stressed, how can we manage the stress in the moment? How can we organize? How do we sleep better? How can we eat regardless of what our lifestyle is, on the go, at home, cooking, kids, wife, whatever it is, how we can do that. If we're eating on the go, what does that look like? So I think I am going to be, by then, I would say 3 years, I'm going to be a really big deal. I'm going to be a really big deal because I'm real. I'm very raw and uncut. I'm never going to lie to you about what it is or what it isn't. I'm going to encourage you. I'm a truth teller. I'm not going to ever tell you to not eat certain things, not drink certain things. I'm going to tell you what it does to you. I'll be honest about that. But you can make the choice. If you do make a choice, we're going to figure out how we can adjust. And I think the world needs real and raw and uncut. And, I think we need to get out of, I just told somebody the other day, take me back to the 90s, but as an adult.
Man,
because the 90s for me, take me back, but as an adult. Because
like
right now, because the 90s was like the realest era, I feel, musically, actors, what was displayed to us, everything. And I want to bring the 90s feel into modern day. That's where I'm at.
I miss it.
Yeah. And so you can't tell me the 90s wasn't the best era. I just so but that's who I am. I was born in the 80s, raised in the 90s. I'm a 90s girl through and through. I want to bring that to modern day. We're going to have an R&B feel. We're going to enjoy it. We're going to laugh. We're going to keep. We're going to, if we need to cry, we're going to listen to good R&B music and cry about it. And we, throw some stuff around. We're going to go on a hike. Whatever we got to do. We might have to sip mimosas. We just go listen. Okay. So I think 3 to 5 years, I'm going to be a big deal. I'm going to be somebody really that and for me, it's not even about celebrity clients, and I'm about becoming that. It's really like
it's bigger than that.
It's bigger than that. I want to touch lives of the everyday woman, the woman that's out there hustling, to get hers. Like that's if a woman can say I helped her even 0.5%, regardless of what it is, that's everything to me.
Yeah, I feel that for real. So how
Yeah.
can people get in contact with you and follow you, or if you have a website or anything?
Yes, website bodybyac.com. Right now, I'm offering 7 days of free coaching through the end of the
Yes.
year. So hop on that so that we can get on a program going into the new year. We ain't gotta wait for we not waiting for summer bodies. We gonna get that right now.
Yes.
So bodybyac.com. You can follow me on Instagram at bodybyac, threads at bodybyac. What's TikTok at bodybyac. Facebook is AC Collins and at Body by AC. Yeah, I'm everywhere.
Just all that.
Follow me, find me, all that.
For sure. I'm about to make sure I follow you too, because
Yes.
I'm on my workout journey right now. So
Period.
especially right now, I think like I could really touch into working out and everything, especially in the winter. Like the winter,
Yeah.
and then you can just pop out. Like,
Yep. People like, oh, where did you?
yeah.
I'm like, listen, I was working. See, y'all
Yeah.
was sleeping.
Yes, for sure. So, what advice do you have for someone that is battling, like trying to start working out, and one of those people like, okay, I'm gonna start Monday. All right, no, I'm gonna start next week.
Yeah,
So,
I get that so much.
we
So
battle that a lot.
annoying. Listen,
Yeah.
you people that do that are annoying. The one thing I tell everybody, when is the best time? And really think about that. You might not make it to Monday.
Man, listen.
Okay? The way the world is, you might not make it to Monday.
That's
so
true.
why not? Why are we waiting till what's so special about Monday? Why are we not either locking in today? Even if you want to start Monday because it's a fresh week, we want to, because I'm like that organizationally. I'm like, let me start on Monday so I can have a full week I get that. But lock in today. There's no reason to wait till Monday to lock in, because Monday gonna come and you can be like, something happened over the weekend. My mama, I went out, I didn't expect, I spent more money. No, start today. Because again, the way the world is going, people are dying for less.
They are.
And we may not make it to Monday. And you don't want to be the person. Stop procrastinating. There's no need to procrastinate the process. It's not going to get easier because you started on Monday than if you started on Thursday. It just don't.
That's true.
So start today. I would say, again, it comes down to a choice. It's really a choice. Do you want to pay now or do you want to pay later? It's still a cost.
It is what it is.
It is what it is. It's still a cost. The paying later is going to be more expensive than if you just go ahead and toughen it out now, get in that routine now, make it a lifestyle now, than if you're sitting in a hospital bed trying to now backtrack to get to a place that you should have started already. So just start today. And don't wait for what?
Yeah, for real. Well, thank you so much, AC.
Yes.
I really enjoyed you. You are such a vibe, for real.
Thank you. I tell people that all the time, and they be like, "You seem so serious." I'm like, "Listen, I am such a vibe. Listen, when I say I like to laugh and deep belly, this is how I am in training sessions. I am not a sticker. I'm not that trainer. We're gonna laugh. I've had crying sessions. I know families and marriages and how life is, and if it's not a good day to work out, baby, we're not gonna work out. We're gonna talk about it though.
Yeah, for real.
So but thank you. I'm a vibe. I know I'm a
vibe. Thank you. So I appreciate you. I really do.
Yes. Thank you. I appreciate you for inviting me on, and kudos to you, because this is going to be a big deal. It already is a big deal. It's already written. So kudos to you. Yes.
Thank you. Yes. It's gonna get bigger, okay?
It is. It's already big. We gotta take the steps, but it's already big.
Yep. And make sure you come back too.
As long as you invite me and I'm welcome, I'm here.
You always welcome without even an invite, okay?
Noted. I'm here.
Sure. So thank you everyone for tuning in to Life Her Podcast. I appreciate you all. Make sure you follow us on all social media networks, Life Her Podcast, and also just click follow and subscribe. I appreciate y'all and have a good day.
Welcome to Life Her Podcast, the podcast that guides you from the 9-to-5 grind to the freedom of your own path. Discover how to conquer life's challenges while pursuing your passions with unwavering faith. Because being an entrepreneur is not easy. So let's get to it.